change as an important aspect in any kind of organization. Introduction. Ideally, change is an important aspect of any kind of organization. Time after time, there's always a need to adopt new changes that are effective to a business or company. Owing to the current globalization and other transformations in the world today, organizations must also develop new strategies. This is very essential as it helps organizations to adopt new changes that would enable them to progress in the market. All over the world today, many organizations are more vigilant when it comes to change. None of the organizations would wish to lag behind while other companies are succeeding. As such, those who own businesses are always quick to adapt to new changes whenever the need arises. Technological changes are one reason why organizations should never hesitate to acquire better strategies. With so many machines at workplaces, it is important for employees to upgrade their knowledge and skills as new technologies emerge. Generally, change is effective in an organization as it can improve performance and lead to success. Management within an organization must therefore strive to develop new changes that would impact positively to the organization. The objective of this paper is to discuss about the article want to, need to, and ought to, employee commitment to organizational change. Other than this, the article will discuss the article's good and weak aspects. Finally, this paper will address the overall presentation and communication. Explanation of the article. Categorically, organizations are usually faced by unlimited changes that are aimed at improving the overall performance. Thus, changes are usually adapted for an organization to realize positive outcomes. According to Prentice et al., change can be adapted to improve an organization, performance, or employees' performance. In order to achieve this, there has to be an effective management of the change. This is because having a change is not enough if it is not properly managed. It is therefore the duty of the organization's managers to ensure new changes are essentially adapted. When new changes are effected, there are some employees who would receive them positively while others would receive them negatively. In other words, some employees would resist the changes while others would accept them. On the other hand, the new changes may impact negatively or positively on an organization's performance. As a result of this, managers need to analyze how new changes can affect both the company and its employees. Basically, employees ought to be committed for change to be attained. In this case, employees have to be committed in whatever kind of change so long as it would impact positively on the organization. Nowadays, there are numerous literatures that can help employees to be committed with the organizational change. According to Meyer and Allen, employees can have a better understanding of organizational change if they adopt a three-component model. The three-component model includes normative commitment, affective, and continuance. In some cases, motivation can help employees to be committed to an organization. Critical discussion of the article's good and weak aspects. Considering the content of the article, there are some good and weak aspects. On the positive side, the article clearly addresses how employees can be committed to organizational change. For instance, employees can be committed if they read literature that entails information about organizational change. Through diverse literature, employees are able to learn the importance of commitment and organizational change. Using the three-component model is very effective as each one of them has a way of assisting employees. When it comes to effective commitment, employees can develop an emotional connection with the organization. As such, employees would be ready to develop new changes at any given time. On the part of normative commitment, employees are obligated to continue with their work in the organization. Continuance commitment is also essential as it concerns the cost effects of leaving a company. With motivation, employees can always remain committed to organizational changes. The negative aspects of the article include a lack of more expansion on the model. Thus, the paper does not give thorough information on the three models. Another weakness is that the article has only used data from only one organization. Preferably, the data should have been collected from various organizations. Consideration of where the article fits in the literature. Considerably, the article fits in the literature as it has detailed information on how employees can be committed. Entirely, the article fits into the literature as it also expounds on organizational commitment. Conclusion. Primarily, changes are very essential to any organization. Employees should therefore be willing to adapt to new changes that are often introduced in organizations. Although not every employee may accept organizational changes, the three models can help to do so. Employees should also be motivated frequently for them to adapt to the new changes. It is important for managers to consider the impacts of new changes to the organization and employees. In this case, the changes ought to have positive effects to both the organization and the employees.